burnout is going to kill humanity. It's going to kill society as we know it. And the reason it is because there are millions of people every day working toward a career. They're going through the day-to-day monotony of work, eat, sleep, drink, usually alcohol, which isn't good. Not a lot of exercise. Most people are overweight. And people become more and more complacent and bored and frustrated, and there's so many people with no meaning in their life at all. Their only existence is to exist, and that's it. And when you have a lot of people who feel that way, a lot of people who are that way, it's only a matter of time before they snap. And when a lot of them snap, a lot more of them are going to snap. And the floodgates are going to open because people are tired, you know. They're tired of paying $1,500 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. And meanwhile, their friend that bought a house 8 years ago is paying half that with his whole family. He's paying half that because of the housing market completely going up by 400% in 2020, and it hasn't gone back down since. People can't even afford groceries anymore because how are you going to afford groceries with a $1,500 a month? That's insane for a one-bedroom apartment. That is absurd. And they're paying you $15 to $20 an hour to that's the math is not mathing. And the food things that cost 20 years ago, they cost $1, they cost $4 now. That's not right. Do the inflation math. It should be like $2.15, not $4. And then you have politicians that, you know, they try to push a bunch of bullshit that doesn't even matter. Like, oh, what's happening in Iran? Who gives a shit what's happening in a fucking Iran? No one cares. No one cares. I don't care. Whatever. I'm sorry, I don't. Stop focusing on crap that it has nothing to do with us. Maybe instead of focusing on Iran or on we need to ban scary black rifles because they're scary, maybe we should focus on actually real issues in this country. Like the insane mental health crisis, the fact that 1/3 of people are on antidepressants in this generation, the fact that half of partners now admit to cheating in this generation. Half, which admit to cheating, by the way. Those are just the ones who admit it. Yeah. Imagine how much higher it actually is. And the marriage crisis, the fact that no one's getting married and no one wants to get married. Why the hell would anyone get married? I mean, you have chicks with body counts of 40 before they hit high school. Or, I'm sorry, before they hit college, by the time they're out of high school. And it's just, it's disgusting. It's sick. And then you have men that, you know, their only existence is to just sleep with everyone, to sleep with every woman, and sleep with married women. And it's just, people are just degenerates. They're just degenerates nowadays. Everyone's a degenerate. You go on You go on Twitch, and the people on Twitch are more degenerate than the people on Pornhub, dude. They're more like, they're doing stuff that's like I didn't even see this on the xxwhatever.com. Like, it's ridiculous, and it's allowed. And then they wonder why we have, all these, and you got the mindless scrolling on social media, and then you wonder why you have all these brain dead idiots mindlessly following ideologies and screaming about the patriarchy, or hell, even the other side screaming about how men need to get married. They have an obligation to their family. Go F yourself, dude. Go F yourself. You're 80 years old and you're preaching to me, about how I need to get married to a woman before I turn whatever age. No. This isn't 1940 anymore, Grandpa. All right? And I should be told, I'm sick and tired of people on all sides telling me what I should do. And you should be too. Because it's just a bunch of old wrinkled out, alone 40-plus-year-old feminist women and 60-plus-year-old shriveled up old men telling me to get married. And I'm good. And the more people like that tell me to do stuff, the more I want to just do the opposite. Because people like that are what have ruined the society. I'm just going to be honest. They've ruined it. I think I saw a comment the other day on a video that I think is perfect. The previous generations of this country, they used a ladder to scale the fucking wall to get out. And then when you went to get on the ladder, they pushed it down. That's what they did. And it's funny to them. It's funny to them. They're making more money than ever. All these rich douchebags in Washington, they're making bank off of you, off of your suffering. How does that make you feel? Because I don't feel too good about it. And it's not even an issue of politics. It's not about politics. It's never been about politics. It's been about control. They want to control you. When they banned psychedelics in the 60s, it wasn't to keep people safe. It was to control you. It was to keep people like you from, having those revelations, having those psychological experiences. And there's a reason that history, that different civilizations throughout history use psychedelics, is because it helps you develop yourself as a person. I believe that. And the government doesn't want that. They don't want people developing themselves individually. They want you following blindly like sheep. I mean, and the gun issue. You think they banned guns and like certain guns in certain states, or you think they introduced the Gun Control Act of, I think it was 1986, to keep people safe? No, it was to control people. It's not called gun safety laws. It's called gun control laws, and it's for that exact reason. It's always been about control. Antidepressants, throwing those at people, also about control. Keeps you dependent on the broken pharmaceutical system that we have, if you could even call it a system. They subjugate people. They make people dependent on them. And then they know that they have those people for the rest of their lives. They need their drugs, they need their money, they need their food stamp, they need their et cetera, et cetera. And when you have $1,500 rent a month for a single apartment, that stuff doesn't sound so bad, does it? Free stuff from the government, right? But that's all part of the game. And people are sick of it. The monotony, the abuse, the disregard, and the disrespect. And yeah. Thanks for watching.